Hey everybody, welcome to the Church Communications Podcast with Katie and Daryl. So today we are going to discuss, what are we going to discuss? That's great. That's a great question. Today we don't have any sponsor for today. We probably need some. So if you're interested in sponsoring us, we would love that. This podcast goes out to a lot of people. But we are going to talk about some of our friends. So I'm going to talk about Outreach. So Outreach is a great print company. We use them for our conference, and they're just really great quality. They actually print everything in-house, so super American, go America. Anyways, they have a sweet deal with us where you can go to churchcommunications.com/outreach. And if you purchase something through our link, we get a small commission, which is really nice to help support the show. And so let's go into the first news story of today.
Yes. All righty. It looks like our friends over at Instagram. I act like they're our friends.
They are.
They are in some ways. They really are.
We're really close.
We're really close. They have posted, Katie, what it looks like to be an Instagram TV, IGTV, if that's what your kids are calling it these days, handbook.
Right.
Yes. Have you taken a look at this handbook?
Yeah, I posted it to the group like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's okay. Then Bo posted it again, and then I told him, I was like, Bo, I posted this.
I assumed people had, I'm sorry, I assumed it was posted. Because I figured somebody in our group probably had posted at this point.
Yeah.
So, all right. So it seems, when I looked at it, it seems pretty basic.
Yeah.
But I mean,
it is really basic, but it's great if you don't really super know where to get started, or you just need the encouragement, then this gives it to you. It's just a PDF.
A PDF of encouragement?
It's a PDF of encouragement. Yeah,
all right.
That's what everybody needs in their life, just more encouragement.
Yeah, so it looks like basically it is very, 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 very basic. So turn on the grid. Yeah. Resolutions, frame rate. Well, that's nice.
Yeah, the resolutions and frame rate is really great for if you're doing stuff and uploading it.
Oh yeah, I like that. I mean, I always like to know what they think in terms of what they think
what's the best
what the best practices are.
Yeah,
that's good to know. Pro tips, awesome. So so if this is great. If PDF, if you want to give a ministry who's running their own Instagram account.
Especially video producers. I think this is really great for people who are, you're gonna have to give it to your video producer, I think.
Yeah, I agree. So give it to your video producers, and again, give it to volunteers. Give it to anybody who has desperately wanted to start an Instagram account, and you're like, here's the best practices.
Here's some stuff.
Yeah, so there you go.
And they give you some some app suggestions too, which I thought was interesting.
Filmic Pro, do you use that?
I have no idea.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
The beautiful thing about Filmic Pro, if you have an iPad, it'll sync up with the iPad, and you can set the camera over somewhere else, and the iPad will become your viewer, and you can see how you look on camera, and then hit the record button. Yeah, I've used it before. Actually, you know what? When we record our videos here in my office for the group, that's how I record them. I have a little iPad. Filmic Pro? Yeah, Filmic Pro.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's really, really nice.
Yeah, I just refuse to pay for things.
Yes.
I'm a
millennial.
I'm a real cheapskate. I'm like,
millennials, you want everything free, like your healthcare. Okay. All right. So anyway.
So much shade today. We are in such a salty mood.
We are. We woke up. Things just went downhill.
On the wrong side
as soon as we woke up, things have gone downhill.
And it's fine.
It is.
It's fine.
That's how we start off our July 5th.
The Lord is good.
The Lord is good.
It's gonna be fine.
All right. So there you go. Yeah. So check it out. I think it's pretty fun. It's interesting. It's definitely got some stuff on how to edit, some app ideas, which again, I think
there's so many app ideas. I didn't know about all these apps. Now
I don't honestly. I'm looking at
the InShot, but I don't know about Card. What's Card?
The edit stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting thing. I knew about Spark.
I love this change from 16:9 to 9:16.
You really do love that.
Yeah, well, it's just funny because we predicted it a couple years ago and told people, and nobody agreed with us. Everybody was like, no, and everybody was angry. And I was like, no. We were like, if it gets the gospel further, I think you should do it. And then people were really angry at us.
Oh yeah, I know. They're really angry. Really angry. There we go. All right. So guys, check it out. That's the Instagram TV handbook. We posted that in the group, and of course we'll post it in the show notes as well.
Yeah.
Next up, Facebook adds the ability to archive your stories.
Yeah, so you can keep them now, and you can repost them, apparently, it says.
Yes. So check this out. Yeah, so it looks like basically you can do a story archive, which I'm assuming saves it into your archive on the Facebook app, but then I'm guessing you can then turn around and then download that to your
well, no matter what, you can always download it to your phone.
That's true.
But like, I think what it means is that you can like hit repost or something in the app.
So, oh yeah, okay.
And you can repost it to other platforms, including Instagram stories.
So you could turn around, do the story in Facebook, and then turn around, archive it, and then just kick it over to Instagram.
Well, you could have already done that.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
but no, it's like later after the 24 period. It says, it's for longer than the initial 24 period. You can enable to reuse shots or repost them to other platforms. I don't know if that's like the best.
Yeah,
like, isn't that the point of the story platform? Is not to do that sort of thing?
Yeah, I'm not.
I mean, it's probably really handy for churches that are gonna have to like share about the same event 500 times.
I guess
which we don't want you to do, but
it kind of violates the 24-hour principle. Like,
yeah, it kind of just takes away from like what all those Gen Zers really want, which is in the moment, not
yeah, you're right. No,
reused content.
I'm with you. I'm not sure what exactly the benefit is. I think this is. I mean, I get like the highlights thing that like Instagram does, where you build your highlights in your profile. That's fun, but I'm not sure what this would do for me other than let me, I guess, post after the 24-hour period. But you're right. I don't think I want to repost content in that way. I don't think that to me kind of violates the spirit of the whole thing.
Yeah, but the archive is nice, I guess. I don't know if they're doing the archive like they do on Instagram, like the highlight reel.
Oh, that's true.
I don't think it's going to be like that though. It doesn't seem like it's going to be like that. So I'm kind of intrigued on how it's going to look.
Yeah, from the screenshots we're seeing here, it looks like you hit
your archive.
It looks like you're the one that has access to it. Nobody else does.
Yeah, that's what it kind of seems like.
Interesting.
I guess we'll see.
We'll check it out. All right, next up, we found this little article that we think for a lot of y'all will be super helpful because we get this question a lot in the group, and that is, where do I find music for my videos?
It's on Adweek.
Yeah, so Adweek posted 10 royalty-free music sites every online video creator should know. I went ahead and took a look at these and went kind of a deep dive on each of these. And I will tell you this, when you look at these sites, you're going to go, man, these are ugly websites. And you are correct. They're definitely ugly, but they definitely have free music. And a lot of it, some of it's pretty decent stuff, specifically if you're looking for stuff that's just like basic electronic, low end, I say low end, like just, I need something in the back.
Sound.
Like example, like Moby did this, where Moby, the artist, posted Moby Gratis, which was the idea of basically posted a truckload of his music for free that you could use.
Which is cool.
Yeah, which is really cool because a lot of that stuff is actually
provided
really
your
cool.
film is non-commercial or non-profit, and you're a church, so I guess you're always a non-profit if you want to use Moby's music.
There you go. So anyway, we definitely think it's worth checking out. Again, check this out. We'll put the link in the show notes, but it's one of those little things that we found that I think is pretty sweet. Going on to the next story, Katie, Instagram is launching a "You're All Caught Up" feature.
Yeah. So basically, it's just to help you deal with the algorithm to know that you have seen everything that's new from the last 2 days, which to me is nice. Like, it's nice to know, like, oh, I don't have to keep like looking at this anymore. Like, I can stop at this point, which Instagram stories had that. Like, you could watch all of your stories and then be like, well, there's no new stories.
Yeah, you're done.
Which was great, I think. But then at the same time, I feel like now I'm just gonna want to like get to the like, you're done. You're all caught up. But I think that's good. I think that's probably part of their like
Is that their way of like saying, we're sorry, we're not going to give you back chronological feed, but we're going to let you know you
viewed everything. Yeah, I think that's part of it. And then also I think it's part of like, Apple did that huge like push towards knowing how much time you're spending in apps.
Yes, right.
And so I think that Facebook also has realized that they're taking over people's lives.
Oh, yes.
And that this is just a good way to fight your time. You know what I'm saying? Like, to let people know, like, you are done here and you can go about your day and check on Instagram like in a few hours.
Yeah. Okay.
And you'll have new stuff.
I got it. Okay, that makes sense.
I don't know if this will ever happen to somebody who's like who's following like 5,000 people.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is, like, I don't follow a truckload of, I follow maybe a couple hundred people. And I don't think I'd ever be able to go through all of their stories on a consistent
Really,
basis.
I follow like 5,000 people. I don't think I have been able to catch through my stories, like catch up there, but not like post because I just don't scroll that much anymore. I mostly just sit there and watch stories until I fall asleep.
Good Lord. Oh my gosh.
I didn't snort on the podcast.
You
It's
did.
fine.
It's July 5th. Anything goes.
You guys, we were up last night. There were fireworks.
Fireworks.
So, man, Americans love their fireworks, especially in neighborhoods that they're not supposed to be shooting them off in.
By the way, if you want an excellent follow on Twitter, if you guys are aware of the social media network, I would call social media network Nextdoor. It's the neighborhood thing that you basically join Nextdoor.
Nextdoor, yeah.
You have to find on Twitter. I think it's called like our conversations from Nextdoor or Nextdoor Twitter.
I don't know, this sounds great though.
And it's screenshots of crazy conversations inside of Nextdoor. And they said like last night is like the Super Bowl of Nextdoor.
Oh, it is.
Because it's nothing but people complaining about fireworks.
Right. Yeah.
And it's fantastic.
I was waiting because I looked on Nextdoor last night and I was waiting for someone to complain.
Mm.
I was like, oh, somebody complain so I can complain with you because I agree. It's terrible.
No.
But nobody complained.
You have to because it's all these screenshots from different people's Nextdoors and it's fantastic.
It's probably me. They're all just pictures of me. Like
no, it's
I'm over here complaining about my neighborhood.
Great. Okay, alrighty. And last story.
Facebook.
Yep, shutting down 3 different apps. Hello, Moves, and TBH.
Which was their teenage app, right?
That was their teenage messaging app.
Right, yeah.
Hello was the app that connected you, that when somebody called you, it would search their database and let you, if you didn't have the phone number on your phone, it would tell you who it probably was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my understanding, that's what it did.
Oh,
and
wow. I didn't even know about that one.
Yeah, and then Moves was their attempt at an app that basically was
like a fitness app?
Fitness app, if you will. Yeah, which tells you by the fact that our reaction to those 3 tells you how little they were used, which is why they're shutting them down.
Right, yeah. I mean, I may have downloaded it if I had known about it.
Which it seems like to me, okay, this move doesn't surprise. I don't think it surprises you or me.
They're just trying to zone in more on just people getting to know people.
Right.
Like
so
that's why they're going into dating, right?
I think I said before, I didn't say it here, but I think I said it on another podcast that I think the whole dating thing is just a ploy to figure out how to better connect people. It's not really about dating. It's about them perfecting the art of getting two people who have interests and probably could be friends, but didn't realize they could be friends. That's what.
Yeah, I think that they may do even more than just dating. I think that, like you said, it was more of a ploy just to get people to like start talking to people.
Like I could see like them trying to figure out like, hey, we found these 12 people. Guess what? These 12 people all are passionate about these like 3 or 4 things. What if we turn around and said, let's join and make a group?
Well, they do that already.
Do they really?
Yes, like if you're on that
you're
page
right. You're right.
You're right. Like, would you like to create a group based on your?
You're right. That's right. They do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Based on your love for Walking Dead, and you have 12 friends that love Walking Dead. Do you want to create a group?
That's right.
Because I do that.
I do that all the time for our church. Would you like to create a group around our church? And I'm like going, we've already got groups around our church. Oh, and our pastor. That's the one.
Yeah, we get one from Mike Glenn a lot. Like,
yes.
Would you like to create a Mike Glenn group? And I'm like, no.
Why?
Like,
I don't want to sit around in a group and talk about my pastor.
About what Mike's doing. Anyway,
no.
I don't think he would like that either. It's kind of creepy.
It would be kind of creepy.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, let's get to some lifting up. Let's lift some things up. All right. Mine is the 99U conference, which if you don't know what that is, I started, I would say 5 years ago, maybe, if not before that, by a group called, at the time they're called Behance. And they kind of ran that portfolio website and they did some really cool stuff. And then Adobe bought them. And Adobe actually has done pretty well with them. Anyway, they have a conference called 99U. It used to be called 99%. And 99U is basically a giant creative conference in New York. It's a one-day conference. It's expensive to get into. It's like $1,000 or whatever to get into for a single day. So if you think about, if you think conference tickets or prices are high, that's high. So anyway, you can't get a copy of their conference keynotes until like maybe way after the conference is over, but they just released all of their conference archives online for you to watch. And so
much.
Like, this is super creative people. Like, we're talking people who are VPs of like Nike and like creative directors from a lot of social media people from a lot of major, Seth Godin's on there. So anyway, it's worth it though, like 25, 30 minutes a piece, but they're like TED Talks, but TED Talks geared towards communicators,
design and stuff.
And communicators. Yeah.
It's free.
Yes, so free, which
you
is
can
the
just
best
go
price.
on there and watch everything and not have to pay for it. So thanks, Adobe.
Yes. Next up, Katie.
So yesterday I went to see "Won't You Be My Neighbor," the documentary on Mr. Rogers. And it was just really interesting. It was really good, story about his faith journey and why it was right when he finished college. He was supposed to go straight into seminary, but then he felt like God really called him to television, to this new medium of television, because he felt like everything that was directed at children was just junk. Like it was just people shooting people or people hitting each other with pies. And so he was like, I just really feel that called to do television for children. And so, like, the Presbyterian Church ended up making him like an evangelist of TV.
Really?
And, which was like unheard of at the time. And like, anyways, he ended up going back to seminary, but he started the show first, which I thought was really interesting. And then, anyways, it's a really great documentary on his life and just who he was as a person. And, you learn that he didn't actually have a bunch of tattoos and kill a bunch of people.
No.
Like that was not true at all.
It's not true.
It was just fake. And that he was just a really lovely person. So it's just neat because, I don't know, that you can remember, like, you don't have to find your calling necessarily in a ministry that it seems so much like a ministry,
Yeah.
Lindsay, it was cool last night. My sister-in-law, we were talking about the movie, and she was like, it seems a lot like what you're doing with social media. She was like, you really feel called to social media to like evangelize on social media, but like,
are you the Mr. Rogers?
Get it.
Are you the Mr. Rogers of Facebook?
No, definitely not. But she was like, but people don't get it yet. Like people didn't understand Mr. Rogers and what he was trying to do, but people didn't really get it. And so people still don't get it. Like people still don't understand what Mr. Rogers was trying to do. But anyway, it was great. And
he was also my college graduation speaker.
Oh, really?
Yes. Mr. Rogers spoke at my graduation for my master's degree. So
that sounds awesome.
Yes. People asking, by the way, going back to the previous one, the 99, if you just go to 99u.com, I want to say we'll put the link in the show notes. But it's just Google 99u.
And you'll find it.
Conference. You'll find all the archives there.
Yeah.
I saw that trailer last night for the Mr. Rogers movie and thought I want to go see that.
Yeah, it's one at Opry Mills. Anyway, so find it like at a theater near you. So yeah.
Yep.
It's so great. So great. Yeah, you should definitely watch it. It's not getting enough attention. So
definitely not in today's world. All right, Katie, is there anything else?
I don't know. Do you want to talk about PushPay?
We can talk about PushPay. By the way, again, they're not sponsored the podcast, but they are people that we like, and we got to spend a little time with them. They are the people of PushPay. What PushPay does is they do innovative giving solutions for churches. Basically, I think over 7,000 churches currently use them, and like the top 54, the top 100 churches in America use them for their mobile giving solutions, and also for the mobile app stuff as well. So they're definitely worth checking out. We're working with them on a mobile app for our church. Which will not be a traditional mobile app. We're gonna do some stuff I think is pretty cool with it. They got a whole suite of stuff, tools, definitely worth checking out. You can check them out at churchcommunications.com/pushpay. That's churchcommunications.com/pushpay. So definitely worth checking them out.
And if you do, they help us out.
Yeah,
and it's like
we get a little bit of love back from them.
Yeah, it's a nice little relationship.
There we go. All right, guys, you guys have a great July 5th. We hope you recover from the fireworks from last night.
All those fireworks.
Exactly. Hope you guys have a great day, and we will see you all next week.
Yep.
And there's the end button. Ending live.